Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing great. Happy Saturday. We got 11 matchups on this NBA slate today. Pretty busy slate. Pretty busy weekend for sports here. A lot of action going on, so let's hopefully we can get some nice wins. And yeah, be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my links in the description below. And if you guys like betting on NBA player props, check out ParlayPlay, guys. Doing a crazy Super Bowl promo. Deposit 10, get a $10 match, and $20 when Joe Burrow throws for over 1 yard. Basically, you're going to be depositing 10 and getting $40 to play with. Who doesn't want that, guys? Especially during Super Bowl weekend. Give you guys some more playing money, and hopefully you guys can cash out on it. So go ahead and check that out in the link below. And yeah, we'll hop in it here. Appreciate everybody hopping in the giveaway. Should have the winner here in a couple days, so I will let you guys know, and we'll get in contact. And so yeah, we'll hop in it. Super busy slate today, starting with the Orlando Magic versus the Phoenix Suns. Suns opening up as 15.5-point home favorites with the over/under at 225. Surprisingly, the last 10 head-to-head, the Magic are 6-4, 6-4 covering the spread. The overs hit in 4 out of the last 10 matchups. But to be fair, Suns are really great this year, and the Magic are not. So those stats are kind of skewed. Orlando, 5-5 in their last 10. Phoenix, 9-1 in their last 10. I mean, hard to bet against this Phoenix team. Just defensively, what they did to Milwaukee, beating them 131-107. Beating Philly, Chicago. I mean, they are destroying good teams in this league, especially like the Bucks. I mean, that's just crazy that they beat them by that much. 15.5 points. It is a lot. Definitely rolling with the Suns. Add them to your money line parlays. Not sold on that. That line's just too much. Throw the Suns in a teaser. Get that point total lower and make it a more safer play. But yeah, we're rolling with the Suns at home here. Next matchup, we have the Los Angeles Clippers versus the Dallas Mavericks. The Mavs opening up as 6-point home favorites with the over/under at 215. The last 3 head-to-head, Dallas 2-1. 2-1 covering the spread. The overs hit in 2 out of the last 3 matchups. Clippers just 4-6 in their last 10. Had that loss, these teams are playing back-to-back games here where Luka did just drop 51 points, career high on the Clippers. They just could not stop Luka Magic. The Mavs on a 4-game winning streak, playing really great basketball here. And you already know Luka at home, coming off a 51-point game. You know he's going to try to have a great game as well. Clippers 0-5 covering in their last 5. Mavs 6-1 covering at home. Loving the Mavs here, -6. Throw them in a teaser. That's what I recommend doing on a lot of these. Get the point total lower. But rolling with the Mavs, money line at home. Playing great basketball. Looking for Luka to build off that 51-point game. Next matchup, we have the Memphis Grizzlies versus the Charlotte Hornets. Grizzlies opening up as 5.5-point favorites with the over/under at 234.5. The last 3 head-to-head, Memphis 2-1. 2-1 covering the spread. The overs hit in 1 out of the last 3 matchups. Memphis 8-2 in their last 10. Charlotte just 2-8 in their last 10. They've been on a bad streak. They've looked awful in these last 2-3 weeks. On the other hand, Memphis playing like one of the best teams in basketball here. Really hard to fade this Memphis team. They've just looked so good. They're really gelling good. And Hornets are still good. They'll figure things out. But they're on a bad streak right now. And I don't trust them. I'm riding with this hot Memphis Grizzlies team. Taking Grizzlies -5.5. Money line in your parlays on the road. Next matchup, we have the Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Chicago Bulls. The Bulls opening up as 12.5-point favorites with the over/under at 220. The last 10 head-to-head, OKC 6-4, 4, 5, and 1 covering the spread. The overs hit in 7 out of the last 10 matchups. Thunder 3 and 7 in their last 10. Chicago 6 and 4 in their last 10. These teams did play their last time they played. They beat OKC by 1 point. This is another game, you know. Definitely love the Bulls at home. 12.5 points. Just too much. But I will never back the Thunder because they could either cover or get beat by 70 points, which has happened. Which is so like taking the Bulls. I mean, I recommend throwing these guys, get them in a 10-point teaser, or you could get them in a 13-point teaser and make it a Bulls money line. I mean, that's just the best option, really, just for safety. But add the Bulls to your money line parlays at home. Should be a nice little win for the Bulls. But they did beat them by 1 point, so if you like doing straight spreads, you know, the Thunder have a chance at covering. But I don't want to be a part of that journey, so we're taking the Bulls at home. All right, next matchup, we have the New York Knicks versus the Portland Trail Blazers. Knicks opening up as 4.5-point favorites with the over-under at 218.5. The last 10 head-to-head, Portland 7-3, 4-6 covering the spread. The overs just hitting 2 out of the last 10 matchups. No Barrett for the Knicks here. Portland, I mean, a lot of new pieces coming in, dealing with a pretty depleted squad. The Knicks just 3-7 in their last 10. Portland 2-8 in their last 10. The Knicks 1-4 covering in their last 5. 0-5 on the road against Portland. This is a pretty ugly matchup here. Portland 1-6 covering in their last 7. Also 1-6 in their last 7. It's a very depleted Portland roster, and I just feel like the Knicks got to get a win here. They didn't make any moves at the trade deadline, and this is the roster they got, so they really got to make do, and they got to be able to beat this Portland team that's missing a lot of people, a lot of new pieces. Yeah, taking the Knicks minus 4.5 money line on the road. Next matchup, we have the San Antonio Spurs versus the New Orleans Pelicans. Pelicans opening up as 4.5-point favorites with the over-under at 226. The last 10 head-to-head, the Spurs 8-2, 8-2 covering the spread. The overs hit in 3 out of the last 10 matchups. The Spurs 4-6 in their last 10. Pelicans 5-5 in their last 10. Spurs coming off a very big win over the Hawks. That was a huge game for them. Got a nice win. Yeah, Spurs coming off a back-to-back. I'm not in love with this matchup here, but I don't really trust either team, to be honest. And we will see. I guess CJ McCollum, I don't really see any information. I guess CJ McCollum looks like he's good to go for the Pelicans. I know Larry Nance Jr. is out, but yeah, Spurs coming off a back-to-back here. Not in love with it, but I'm going to take the Pelicans at home here, coming into this fresh. Definitely a matchup I'm avoiding. Just no interest in this one, but we'll take the Pelicans at home. All right, next matchup, we have the Denver Nuggets versus the Toronto Raptors. Raptors opening up as 2.5-point favorites with the over-under at 222.5. The last 3 head-to-head, Toronto 2-1, 2-1 covering the spread. The overs hit in each of the last 3 matchups. Denver 7-3 in their last 10. Toronto 9-1 in their last 10. Yeah, both teams playing great basketball here. Toronto, I mean, man, the streak they're on, I believe it's an 8-game win streak. I mean, playing really good. Denver coming off that loss against Boston where Jokic had a really great triple-double. But, yeah, you know, I like Toronto at home. They're on a huge streak here, and I like them to keep it going. Denver coming off a back-to-back. Very tough back-to-back against the Celtics here. And, yeah, you know, I like Toronto coming into this a little bit fresh. on a huge win streak. I'm going to take the Raptors at home. Next matchup, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Philadelphia 76ers. Sixers opening up as 4.5-point favorites with the over-under at 206. The last 10 head-to-head, Philly 6-4, 4-6 covering the spread. The over is hit in 4 out of the last 10 matchups. Cleveland coming off a nice win against the Pacers, a game they were down by like 20 the whole game, and they fought back and came back and won. It was an incredible game for the Cavs. No James Harden or Millsap for Philly. We'll see how long until they start playing. I bet probably sometime next week, or maybe after the All-Star break they come back. I don't know. But Cleveland 7-3 in their last 10. Philly 6-4 in their last 10. Yeah, Cavs coming off a back-to-back here. Both teams are coming off a back-to-back. Philly coming off a pretty easy win against the Thunder. And Cleveland's a really good team here. Good, tough team. I just really like the Sixers at home. Embiid's been unstoppable. This Philly team's been great. Been really good at home as well. And, I'm taking the Sixers here. Taking them at home. I don't hate Cleveland plus the points, but in Philly, it's going to be tough for Cleveland, I think. So I'm going to take the Sixers at home. Next matchup, we have the Brooklyn Nets versus the Miami Heat. Heat opening up as 10.5-point favorites with the over-under at 219.5. The last 10 head-to-head, the last 3 head-to-head, Miami 2-1. 2-1 covering the spread. The over just 0-3 in the last 3 meetings. Brooklyn, a lot of injuries here. Simmons isn't going to make his debut. Claxton is also out. Curry, Drummond are questionable. We'll see if they do make their debut. I have no idea. A lot of injuries and question marks for Brooklyn. Miami, no major injuries here. Harrow and Tucker are questionable. Brooklyn on a crazy 10-game losing streak. Kind of unheard of. Miami 7-3 in their last 10. Brooklyn 0-5-1 covering the spread right now. Miami 12-2 at home. Excellent at home. I'm not in love with the 10.5 points, but definitely loving Miami at home. Coming into this relatively healthy. So many question marks for Brooklyn. We don't know who all is going to play. And this roster just doesn't look that good at the moment. Once KD comes back and then Simmons makes his debut and Curry and stuff, I think they'll be just fine. But right now, this is a very tough Brooklyn team looking for their first win in over a couple, 3 weeks or so, which is insane. Yeah, going to be tough to do it in Miami. Miami playing good on a 4-game winning streak. Taking Miami at home, throw them in a teaser, get that point total lower. You can't trust any team in the league with a 10-point higher spread. You just can't. So we'll take Miami at home here. All right, next matchup, we have the Golden State Warriors versus the Los Angeles Lakers. Warriors opening up as 7-point favorites with the over-under at 224. The last 3 head-to-head, the Lakers 2-1, 1-2 covering the spread. The overs hit in 1 out of the last 3 matchups. The Lakers just 3-7 in their last 10. Golden State 8-2 in their last 10. The Lakers just 0-5 on the road. Not impressed with this Lakers team. They didn't make any moves during the trade deadline with how bad they've been. And Warriors coming into this, Curry and Clay good to go. Iguodala is questionable. Golden State 9-2 in their last 11, 6-1 at home. Man, even with 7, the spread, I kind of don't trust the spread, but the Warriors are just playing too good, and I really just don't trust this Lakers team. Taking the Warriors at home, maybe throw the Warriors into a teaser, but I'm kind of staying away from a lot of these spreads. I just don't trust them because the Lakers are definitely more than capable of covering and winning, but going to be tough with how good Golden State is playing and especially in Golden State. So I'm going to take the Warriors at home. All right, and then the last matchup, we have the Sacramento Kings versus the Washington Wizards. Kings opening up as 1.5 point favorites with the over-under at 221. The last 3 head-to-head, Sacramento 2-1, 2-1 covering the spread. The overs hit in 0 of the last 3 matchups. A lot of question marks for the Wizards here. You know, they got rid of a lot of players. Sacramento did get rid of Bagley, some other people. Sacramento just 3-7 in their last 10. The Wizards 2-8 in their last 10. Sacramento 0-10 on the road. Horrible road team. Wizards 0-6-1 covering at home. 2-14 covering right now. They are not a good team or good covering team. I'm taking Sacramento on the road. I'm not in love with this matchup, but a lot of question marks for Washington. You know, they got rid of multiple people. We'll see who fills in for those spots, but I don't like it there. I'm going to take the Kings on the road. And that's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks on parlays on Saturday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Sunday. Have a good one.